Hi, I'm Emily of Emily's Line Fitness, and welcome to this quick, strong 20-minute bar, arms, and legs workout with hand weights and with a Pilates ball. If you do not have a Pilates ball, you can do this entire workout without. If you don't have hand weights, you can also do this entire workout without hand weights, or maybe you want to grab 2 wine bottles, something like this, something that has a little bit of heft to it. I'm gonna be using 1 kilo. I would say anywhere between 0.5 and 1.5 kilo is good. And for pounds, 1 to 3 pounds. I also have a mat or a soft surface to stand on, as well as a water bottle, which we may get a little thirsty, let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and start with just the ball. You wanna place those hand weights off to the left-hand side of you. We'll turn towards them a little bit later on. Beginning with your feet slightly wider than hip width apart, turn your toes out a little bit, so rotating your inner thighs to me, and we'll bring that ball just in line with the middle of your chest. We're gonna start with a squat. You're gonna send your butt back and down, push through your heels to stand, and then lift your heels off the floor and lower the heels back to the ground. Let's try it at tempo. Down, up, lift, drop, down, up, lift, and drop. I'm just laughing because the first squat, I heard my ankle and my knee on this side, and the second squat, I heard the knee on the other side. A little pop, little crack, you know. The sounds your body makes where you're like, I mean, it doesn't hurt, so I guess it's okay, right? There we go. Down, up, lift, drop. Now, when you, oh my goodness, that's never happened. Down, up, stand. When you come up out of that calf raise, or into that calf raise, I should say, I want you to try to keep the weight evenly distributed between your toes here. So we're not rolling onto just the big toe or just the pinky toe. How many years of filming? I don't think I've ever dropped the ball. I don't think I've ever had it slip out of my hands. 5, we're gonna hold it down. 4, we're gonna play with this ball even more. Let's hope it works out for us. Last 3, last 2. We're gonna hold it down in that squat. Now, reach your arms overhead. You're gonna draw a big circle with the ball behind you and overhead, just in one direction. Every time both of your hands touch the ball, we're gonna do a little pulse of the hips. Pulse, pulse. When you pulse, think of your butt sitting back. And if this bothers your shoulders to reach so high overhead, you can instead draw a circle in front of you. 8, we reverse the circle. 6, 4, 3, 2, reverse the circle. Keep pulsing those hips, chin off your chest. There we go. Last 8, we hold it down. Last 6, you got one more change like this. 4, 3, hold the hips down, hold those arms up, just run the heels. All right, we're gonna turn to those weights here in just a moment. In 8, keep your ball. Last 6, face your weights. 3, 2, and stand. Whew. All right, we feel warm? Ball's gonna go between your inner thighs. I'm gonna be in profile here, and I'm gonna grab those hand weights. All right, so turning to the side. You wanna have mat behind you for what's coming later, ball between those thighs. We're gonna start with the palms facing up with a simple bicep curl. We love it, easy. All right, in this bicep curl, I want you to lift your chest really proud. Draw your shoulder blades gently down and together. And your elbows are gonna be a little bit off your rib cage here and stable. So I'm not swinging the elbows at all to make the move happen. Give me the same exercise, but add a squat as you curl. Squat, stand. Now, depending on your weights, this is gonna put a little bit more pressure on your back. The heavier the weights, the more pressure on your back and on your abdominals. So I like to exhale as I go down because it helps me draw or zip up my abdominals when I need a little bit more support in that squat. We're gonna hold it down. 4, last 3, last 2. Hold it down, and now give me little curls as you pulse your hips. Nice, now spine is long. I'm not rounding my back. keeping it neutral. In this case, it feels like a flat back. I'm not pulsing my knees forward, I'm pulsing my butt back. Here we go. 8. Last 6, we keep pulsing, we lift the right heel. 3, 2, keep pulsing, lift your right heel. 4, 3, we stay low. 2, 1, stay low. Grab the ball from between your thighs. You're gonna take it, but whoop, between your elbows. This is a slippery ball today. And then step your right foot back. Good, come all the way up. Elbows are holding onto that ball. Now I'm really worried. Okay, give me a bicep curl, but now in this elevated position. Let's turn our thumbs to face us so it's a hammer curl. I was worried I was gonna smack my head. If you don't have a ball, don't worry about it. You're doing the same thing, no ball. Let's add a lunge. Lunge. Okay, the advantage is I'm a little sweaty, so I'm a little sticky, and that seems to be helping the ball stay with me. If you hate the ball, just get rid of it, don't worry at all. 8, some people hate the ball. 7, I love it. 6, we're gonna hold it down in that lunge position. 4, 3, 2, hold the lunge, pulse the elbows up as you pulse the elbows up. I mean hips down as you pulse the elbows up. Am I okay? Elbows up, hips down. 7, 6, you're gonna turn to face me. 5, we're gonna hit those triceps. 4, 3, 2, and release. Turn to face me, keep the stance wide. You're gonna take that ball. It's gonna go underneath your left heel. No ball, just lift your heel off the floor and do the same thing with that one heel lifted. Take your arms behind you, elbows wide, hands are not connected, but they're touching behind you. We're gonna drop the hips, extend the arms to a high V, lift the hips, bend the elbows. Down, down. All right, so we're still working the shoulders, working the triceps, whew, and then working the legs, right? Inner thighs are working on the way up, outer thighs working a little bit more on the way down, and because we're working the whole body, whew, and by whole body, I mean we got the arms and the legs doing something, your heart rate's up as well. Because your heart is having to pump blood all the way to the tippy toes, all the way to the fingertips. 8, we'll hold it down. Just the arms will move. 4, we hold it down. Watch out that you don't bang your head. 3, 2, hold it down. Now just those arms. Bend, stretch. Drop your hips lower if you can. Press your knees back a little. 5, we're gonna extend the arms. We'll do a little bit faster. 4, 3, 2, and now faster, smaller, stretch. So it's kind of like I'm trying to throw the weights to the sides of the room, keeping my elbows as still as possible. 8, last 6, last 4, we release. 3, 2, and release. Oh my goodness, all right, grab your ball. We're gonna turn to face the other direction now. Ball is gonna go again between your inner thighs. Remember, if no ball, feet are just hip width apart parallel. All right, we're gonna change up the moves a little bit for the second side. Bring your elbows behind you. Start with just an extension of the arms. Back, close, back, in. Here as well, my elbows are staying still. This time, instead of being a little bit in front of the rib cage, they're a little bit behind the rib cage. Think of those elbows moving back as your chance to open the chest. If you move back your elbows and your shoulders pop forward like this, keep your elbows in line with your body so your shoulders don't pop forward. We're gonna keep the same move going, but as we extend the arms, we add a squat. Squat, stand, squat, stand. I can feel that this ball just wants to get away from me. Why? Down, up, down, up. You know, it is what it is. Sometimes that ball, she just wants to escape you. Don't know what I did to her, but she does not want to stay with me today. Getting ready to hold it down. 8, 7, 6. We're gonna hold it down. We'll take it to that pulse. 4, 3, 2, hold it down. Now, instead of lifting those arms up, you're gonna give me a little bend stretch as you pulse the hips back. Spine is long, try not to round. The lower the arms, the closer to the body, the easier this is gonna be for your upper traps and your neck. If you're getting a lot of tension up here, just lower those arms. Whew. We lift that heel. In 6, we lift that left heel. 4, 3, 2, lift that left heel, keep pulsing. For 8, we grab the ball. 6, we step the left foot back. 4, 3, 2, grab the ball, step your left foot back, lift your chest. Now, a little bit different. You're gonna take the ball between your elbows. You're gonna connect your hands and lift your arms up to shoulder height. Bend your knees. Ooh, I'm shaky, shaky. And as you lift your hips, you're gonna lower your elbows. Down, up. Keep that back heel high. Add a squeeze of the ball in both directions. Squeeze lower, squeeze lift. We're hitting the shoulders. We're hitting the chest, your pecs, and your biceps. Pecs are interesting. They actually help keep your shoulder blade in the right position. So if you're somebody who has like a very rounded upper back or scapular winging, your shoulder blades are kind of sticking out, maybe it gives you neck pain, working your pecs will help you, which I didn't really know until recently. Woo. 8, 6, we're gonna hold that lunge. We'll squeeze the ball. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold the lunge, squeeze the ball, squeeze, pulse the hips. If you don't have a ball, you're just squeezing, squeezing. Crazy that I just did that. Ridiculous. I'm feeling wild today. Keep pulsing. Last 5, last 4, 3, 2, and turn to face me. Legs are wide. Take your ball underneath your right heel this time. Just like that. Okay. Take your arms overhead. A little bit different. This time we're gonna connect those hands. Elbows are reaching forward. Bend your knees, slide down an imaginary wall. Remember, no ball, no problem. You get rid of the ball, you keep the heel up. We're gonna straighten the arms as we lower the hips, bend the elbows as we lift the hips. I don't know, some days I just feel a little bit wacky. I'm coming back from being sick, so I'm struggling more than usual. And the good thing is, instead of feeling bummed out that I'm struggling, I'm finding it pretty entertaining. And I hope you do too. You hear how hard I'm breathing, right? And I'm trying to stay reserved a little bit because I'm on camera. But if I was without camera, some words would be said. Down, up. All right, keep going. Very easy with your arms overhead to let your ribs kind of flare out and to arch your back. Try to keep those front ribs pinned in. Back is long. 4, we hold it down. 3, 2, hold it down, just those arms. Good, get lower if you can. We're gonna hold the arms long. We're gonna go for a little pulse. 4, 3, 2, hold the arms long and give me little throws for 8. In 7, we're coming down to the mat. We're keeping the ball, we're keeping the weight. 6, 5, get lower. 4, we come down, we keep the ball, we keep the weights. 3, 2, and release. All right, coming down, grab the ball. We're gonna place that ball again between those inner thighs. Take a quick sip, in fact. All right, so we did the chest, we did the shoulders, we did the triceps, we did the biceps. One area that we haven't hit very much is the back of your body, which is very important to me, right? It helps with posture. So we're gonna finish off this little workout on our knees with a thigh dancing reverse fly lat pull series. So starting with your feet hip width apart and parallel, knees hip width apart and parallel, go ahead and float your butt just a couple of centimeters off your heels. The option to tuck your toes under or keep them untucked, whatever feels better to you. Arms are gonna go down. We're gonna open the arms, close. Here as well, I want you to think about your chest opening as you squeeze the shoulder blades together. Good. We're gonna add a lower body movement here in just a moment. 4, as we lower the arms, we lift the hips, coming upright. 3, 2, lower the arms, lift the hips, lower the hips, lift the arms. So this is a kneeling squat. No ball, no problem. Keep those knees hip width apart without the ball. If this bothers your knees, get rid of the ball and try turning your knees out a little bit wider. You can also put a cushion underneath your knees. We're gonna hold it down. 5, last 4, get ready to hold it down. 3, 2, hold it down, just those arms, up. Perfect, keep pulsing the arms, but now we're gonna take them towards our hips. So we go back, 2, side, 2, back, 2, side, 2, 8, 7, 6. We got a second set. We're gonna hold the elbows next to our rib cage. Not a second set of the same motion, a little bit of a change in the upper body. 3, 2, hold your elbows into your rib cage. Pin those shoulder blades together, open your chest. You're gonna rotate your arms open. Keep your elbows touching the body. And then we close the arms. Think of yourself as opening a newspaper. Open, close, open, close. We're gonna add the hips, lifting the hips as you close the arms. 5, I had to think about that one. 4, 3, 2, close the arms, lift the hips, open the arms, lower the hips. Ah, yes. Got one more change after this. Now isolate those sides a little bit more. 8, 7, we're gonna hold it in that squat position, that kneeling squat. Arms reaching wide. 4, 3, 2, hold it down, squeeze those elbows in. Good, hips are barely hovering off the heels, stay low. 5, we come upright. 4, last 3, 2, come all the way upright. Now, I'm gonna turn to the side just so you can see. I want you to tuck your tailbone under as much as you can here. Bring your elbows next to your rib cage. Untuck your toes, press the shoelace part of your foot into the floor. We're gonna lean back, one line, shoulders, hips, and knees are in this diagonal. Reach your arms forward, and then come up, lower your arms down. Back, 2, forward, 2. This one as well, if it bothers your knees, try turning your knees out a little bit. See if that helps. You're going back only as far as you can maintain this neutral pelvis, right? If I'm arching my lower back, I've gone too far. Back. If that bothers your knees, you can also go down and then come up. Works great. Back. This is a little finisher. We're gonna hold it back in just a moment and we'll finish there. Inhale back, exhale forward, we hold it back in 5, in 4, 3, 2, last one, hold it back. Tuck your tailbone more. You're gonna pull your left elbow back, twist towards me, back to center. Pull your right elbow back, twist away from me. Center, 2, pull, 2. Center, 2, pull, 2. If you can lean back a little bit further, try. We're gonna hold both arms forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold both arms forward. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Take some water. All right, whew, we made it. That last little bit got me. You can go ahead and get rid of your ball. We're gonna do a quick stretch for your calves. These are not your calves, these are your thighs. Step your right foot forward. Press your hips down. You can stay here if you want more intensity for this stretch. Grab onto your back foot, pull your foot towards your butt. Wow, I really felt that. Thigh dancing is so intense, my least favorite. Sometimes it's just good, you know, you gotta get done. Switching sides. We'll take our left foot forward this time. Shift your hips forward, maybe this is enough. Maybe you grab onto your back foot, pulling your foot towards your butt. And then let's stretch out our upper body just a little bit. So if you come to your knees, turn to face me. We're gonna take our right arm overhead. Grab right arm overhead, grab onto that elbow, give me a big side stretch. And now left arm overhead, big side stretch. And now interlace your hands behind your back, puff up your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades together, nice and proud. Last inhale here, filling up the chest. Exhale, let it go. Give yourselves a big round of applause. Whew. Thank you so much for joining me. That was an intense one, in my opinion. So congratulations for getting yourself through it. If you want to see a couple more videos with the light hand weights, because you have them out, maybe you want more arms, I'm going to link you to my light hand weight playlist. And if you want to see some workouts with the ball, then I'll go ahead and link you to one of my favorite workouts using the ball. Quick Strong 20 abs obliques with that ball. It's a great one. Thank you so much for joining me. I can't wait to see you on the mat next time, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.